in me than a king I be.
Game recognized, the trump card, the fallen, and the big black lie. Peep the songwriter's secret and try not to get carried away.
Still out here doing these songs, you know, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my hand.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with you know, with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
'Cause you're the star of the story I love so well. 'Cause you're the star of the story I've always loved. 'Cause you're the star of the story I love so well. 'Cause you're the star of the story I've always loved. 'Cause you're the star of the story I love so well. 'Cause you're the star of the story I've always loved. 'Cause you're the star of the story I love so
Now let us get down to business. What is this business? Stars. And looking to the entertainment business for our leaders. Lord business.
Hey Planty, what do you want to do this morning? Watch TV? Me too! Hi, I'm President Business, President of the Octad Corporation and the world. Let's take extra care to follow the instructions or you'll be put to sleep. And don't forget Taco Tuesday's coming next week. That's the day every rule-following citizen gets a free taco and my love! Have a great day, everybody! You have a great day too, President Business. Man, he's such a cool guy. I always want to hear more of what... Wait, did he say put to sleep?
They belonged to a sinister secret society. Their symbol was a black dragon.
He is coming. Cover your butt.
Cover the what? The trivia.
Lord business.
I don't care whether it's Foxy Brown, Madonna, Whitney, Janet Jackson, Nicki Minaj, Mariah Carey, Adele, or Aretha Franklin. They all rep the mother goddess. Nothing but another representation of Lucifer in his feminine form, beguiling mankind with sex like a siren, hypnotizing mankind with sexuality and music. She is the same, regardless of the name. Each society passed on the original story. So for summer, you have Inanna, Babylon, Ishtar, Egypt, Isis, Rome, Diana, all the same feminine disguise for the adversary, disguised as a queen. If you're really keen, you can really peep where this queen was the origin of the transgender movement that you see so loudly speaking the society today. They say used to call it the love that dare not speak its name. Now it's the love that won't shut the hell up. No one is proclaiming their point of view more loudly than the LGBT, not even the black community. This is somehow related to the increase in conspiracy theorists and truthers and believers beginning to recognize that many of the stars that they put before our eyes that we thought were girls or guys, robotoids, clones, and demonic prones, folks who have become shells of their former selves, taken over by the star that has fallen down inside of them, reminiscent of this mother goddess that the brotherhood secretly revere. It is said that she fell down from the sky as an egg. This was the first lie planted in mankind, like an egg. like a seed. Man's thirst for knowledge would water it, oddly enough, and produce a harvest today of young people who will not believe because of what the brotherhood scientists and historians say. But all scientists and historians are not non-believers. Those that are believers become shrouded, ostracized, the worst, ridiculed and discredited. Semiramis, who came down in a space egg, the origin of the Easter egg and the Easter bunny, both signs of fertility and symbols of baby making, also called Ninti, or Inanna, or Gaia, or Ki, or Set, or Isis, or Ishtar, or Shun, or Diana. She births the twins. The Taurus mother, the goddess, mating with the god of war, the Aries, and the 1 and the 2 make the 3, the third sign, the Gemini, the twin. We've talked about it enough times. All of these different names, same game. Feminine representations of what we consider as a masculine Lucifer. He cross-dresses, however, and uses sodomy to blasphemy the Creator's creation of creations, to hold things over the heads of stars and executives, and most importantly, to his agents. It is a way to rip the veil, so to speak, and allow for more spirits, devils, to aid and open the doors to success by way of killing, stealing, and destroying. John chapter 10, verse 10. No matter what skin he's in, no matter what icon he uses, it is the same abuser who abuses. The adversary, from the very beginning, more subtle, all his ways and all the beasts of the field, subtle enough to know to use certain disguises. The beauty of a woman, even a mannish woman. The original goddess, to call yourselves a goddess, might be something that you might want to think twice or thrice about. The original goddess was a priestess whore, a witch, Lilith, a woman who aspired by the spirit to overtake the man and become worshipped. This is where you get the pharaohs, who were women disguised as men. Have you not heard of this? This is where you get the queens, who were men disguised as women in European culture. And this is where today you get both. Men disguised as women and women disguised as men, both placed before you as false idols, affecting society and creation, and even baby making, as it was intended from the very beginning by the adversary, who appears as if he's winning in his war against creation and procreation. Please do refer to John 15, 18 through 27. But John 15 and 21, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Those of us who are God's people, the true family of the Messiah, know that the persecution is at hand. Lodges have been pitted one against another, and the devil is slyly guiding certain aspects of this apparent conflict. Yet, as always, allowing man to do it to himself, ultimately as usual, causing division between men and women, keeping the spirits of confusion and fear in the air, frustration and anger. As always, the devil is playing both ends against the middle, all across the grand chessboard, from the pawns to the queens, to keep us all at odds and charged up with anti-energy. Infighting in the brotherhoods, links to infighting in the streets, infighting in the rap game, infighting in the sports world, infighting in the media, total instability, total chaos, no mass confusion. Why? Because as always, they're training us to behave the way they want, so that they can bring in law and order because of our behavior that they caused. Law and new order to appear to solve our problems and set a new standard. But in this dark night, why are they allowing for this joker to cause so much chaos? They want us to feel that the only solution, that the powers that be, our handlers, Big Brother and them, could provide for us, is to hit the reset button.
Vitruvius.
Start everything over. There's no faith in the media. That has been eroding over the years for organic purposes and for satanic purposes. So there will be a new media. There is no faith in the police department. That has eroded over the years from organic reasons as well as from plotted and planned satanic reasons to put the RoboCop play in effect. Move the old police department, replace it with something else. People lost all confidence in politicians. Same game. But we're going to act as if we're going to give you something better. And here he is. Orange is the new black. Went from a black president to an orange one. Is he a member of the orange one? They want us to feel like the only solution is going to be to hit a reset button. And they may take that to the highest heights. You know, I saw a picture circulating online that folks said was from The Simpsons. Some episode that depicted President Cheeto stretched out. They're preparing our minds to expect that he won't do his foe. And you know, some folks was like, good. But see, I'm worried about how they gonna follow it. It's not gonna be something bad, it's gonna be something worse than this. And see, that's not to say I want him. You know I don't. I have to put aside. I also understand this game. I've been watching it long enough. I've never seen the media so involved in helping us see that the president is incompetent. They usually are involved in disguising that. Because the same powers that be run the media, run the politicians. So for some reason, the very highest ups, yes, the wickedness in the highest places called a play and said, we're going to have one side against the other. We're going to have those who are under our direct control go against those who we make appear to be rogue. Some folks talk about, well, you know, they're going to try to, some psychiatrists, a group of psychiatrists trying to get together and declare him mentally insane and unable to run the country, unfit. They're all unable and unfit to run the country. But it would take a certain amount of his cabinet as well as Mike Pence to sign off on that. I don't think they're going to remove him as as much by the bullet as by the ballot, because I think folks is kind of expecting the bullet. But it will be an assassination.
Donald Trump's behavior has a lot of people questioning his sanity, so I consulted the American Psychiatric Association's official diagnostic and statistical manual for mental disorders. To be clear, I am not a mental health professional, and I am not attempting to make a mental health assessment of Mr. Trump. I am simply offering a comparison of the official diagnostic criteria for narcissistic personality disorder with the public behavior of Mr. Trump to help you determine whether he is competent to lead the free world. Someone with narcissistic personality disorder will exhibit 5 or more of the following. 1. Has a grandiose sense of self-importance.
Business Week magazine, which is now Bloomberg Business Week, said in a vote of its readers that Donald Trump was the world's most competitive business person, with Bill Gates being number 2 and Warren Buffett being number 3. I've beaten many people and companies, and I've won many wars. I have fairly but intelligently earned many billions of dollars, which, in a sense, was both a scorecard and acknowledgement of my abilities.
2. Is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love.
When I bought Miss USA, Miss Universe, I made sure that the women were really beautiful because they were getting a little bit not as beautiful.
Look, everybody knows me. I've had an amazing life. I've built an amazing business, and actually they said, oh, he'd never say what his business is worth. It's actually a much higher number than the number I gave. If Putin likes me, and if he thinks I'm a good, smart person, which, I mean, I hope he believes it, I am. Actually, he's right, I am brilliant. You know that, right?
3. Believes that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other people of high status.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe people don't want my message. Maybe they want to stay mediocre. And if they do, they should put a politician in office, because that's what's going to happen.
Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
4. Requires excessive admiration.
I employ thousands and thousands of Hispanics. They love me.
I just did so well with the evangelicals in the poll.
I love them, they love me.
And you know what? I've been very successful.
And they love me. And by the way, I think I'm going to win the Mexican vote.
We have employees that love us. You know, they love me, they love us.
Bing, 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 bing.
I understand everybody loves what I'm doing in terms of the border.
Everybody loves me.
But they love me.
They love me. They love me.
They love me.
They all love me. I did very nicely in life.
They love me, I love them.
They love me and I love them.
They love me and I love them.
Oh, we love you, Mr. Trump.
They love me.
5. Has a sense of entitlement, i.e. unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations.
It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
This whole election is being rigged.
I don't even know. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
6. Is interpersonally exploitative, i.e. takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends.
This was the promise of Trump University when it launched, direct from the university chairman's own mouth.
At Trump University, we teach success. That's what it's all about, success. It's going to happen to you.
We started looking at Trump University and discovered that it was a classic bait and switch scheme. It was a scam, starting with the fact that it was not a university.
Like this student who writes, I have not been able to get in touch with anyone after I signed up for the Trump Gold Elite program. All the numbers have been disconnected. One student who paid $25,000 to have special access to high-level mentors claims he hasn't been able to get in touch with his non-existent power team. And as for investing knowledge, a student says he wrote off Trump University as a bad investment on my part.
7. Lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. These are people who only believe in jihad. They don't want our system. They don't want our system. And have no sense of reason or respect for human life. They have no respect for human life. But now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times. As you can see right there, he suffers from a chronic condition that impairs movement of his arms.
8 is often envious of others or believes that others are envious of him.
In the meantime, I build this incredible empire. It's got a tremendous net worth, very little debt. And then I hear some pundit or some person say, he doesn't deserve to be on the stage with a senator. The senator is nothing. And I'm not saying, or senators are nothing, I'm saying certain people are zeros.
But what is it with you and Megyn Kelly?
Well, I just don't respect her as a journalist. I have no respect for her. I don't think she's very good. I think she's highly overrated. You know, she gets out and she starts asking me all sorts of ridiculous questions. And, you know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Well, number one, I'm not stupid, okay? I can tell you that right now. Just the opposite. Number two, in terms of divisive, I don't think I'm a divisive person. I'm a unifier. Unlike our president now, I'm a unifier. I don't care about him. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me about him. Let's see how he does. I mean, let's see if he's a good mayor.
Are you offended by what he said?
Yeah, I am, because he doesn't know me, never met me, doesn't know what I'm all about. I think they're very rude statements, and frankly, tell him I will remember those statements.
And 9 shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes.
Excuse me, sit down. You weren't called. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go ahead. No, you don't. You haven't been called. Go back to Univision. Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million.
Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million people. You cannot build a 1900 wall. You cannot deny citizenship to children in this
Sit down, please. You weren't called.
I'm a reporter and don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me.
Go.
You cannot touch me. I have the right to answer questions.
Include the CBC, Mr. President, in your conversations with your urban agenda, your inner city agenda, as well as.
Am I going to include?
Are you going to include the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional?
Well,
Hispanic
I would.
Caucus,
I tell you what. Do you want to set up the meeting? Do you want to set up the meeting?
No.
Are they friends of yours?
I'm just a reporter.
No, set up the meeting.
I know some of them, but I'm sure.
Let's go set up a meeting. I would love to meet with the Black Caucus. I think it's great, the Congressional Black Caucus. I think it's.
This is AP News Minute. The Trump administration is tightening enforcement of U.S. immigration laws. A pair of Homeland Security memos signed Tuesday greatly expands the number of people considered a priority for deportation. Now, any immigrant living in the U.S. illegally who has been charged, convicted, or even suspected of a crime could face rapid deportation. Authorities in Northern California are warning residents more flooding is possible. Officials say high river flows are expected to continue for at least 4 days, and more rain is in the forecast. Right-wing provocateur Milo Yiannopoulos announced his resignation from Breitbart Tech Tuesday. He was the senior editor at the conservative blog. He stepped down amid backlash over controversial comments he made on a variety of issues, including sexual relationships between boys and older men.
If the federal government cannot remove aliens who commit serious crimes in this country, then we don't have an effective federal government. Yet the far left and the press, knowing full well that the ICE raids last week were directed at dangerous people, chose not to report that, instead smearing President Trump. We have now reached a low point in American journalism.
So then now we want to take you to the border itself. And what is it like for agents on the ground there? They deal with this now on a daily basis. Well, William Lajeunesse from L.A. now has been to the border and back many, many times, and he's live in L.A. today. And on this trip, William, you found out what?
Well, agents say, Bill, if these orders are carried out, they will radically change how immigration is enforced in the cities and at the border. Beginning with the wall, I am told it will likely replace or supplement an existing fence in an urban area, and it could look like the concrete wall in Israel. Now, the executive order also suspends any environmental laws that would slow down construction, and it orders an end to catch and release and asylum fraud. Now, agents say this is the #1 crisis on the border right now. Not Mexicans, but Central Americans trying to escape their failed countries by claiming a credible fear of persecution if returned home. Agents say most of the claims are untrue. They're looking for a job, but currently they are released with a bus ticket and a work permit.
We have 8 years of finding excuses and reasons and loopholes to allow people to be walked out the front door of Border Patrol stations. We're encouraged that every sign we've seen shows that that is going to stop.
Now, the immediate problem is where you're going to put those people, but the point, Bill, is to send a message to Central America, don't come. You're not going to go hang out with your relatives in Milwaukee for 5 years.
Yeah. What about sanctuary cities, worksite enforcement, William?
Well, you know, that's known in the business as interior enforcement, and under President Obama, this was almost non-existent. Out of 12 million illegal immigrants in the U.S., the number deported from the cities fell from 250,000 to just 65,000 last year. Criminal aliens, out of 2 million, ICE deported just over 60,000 in 2016. That's a 6-year decline. Now, Trump promises to change that, tripling the number of ICE agents, cracking down on sanctuary cities, and rewriting ICE's own priorities so they don't release low-level criminal aliens like Apollo Altamirano, who went out and killed a store clerk, Grant Rohrenbeck, whose father will be in Washington today with President Trump.
Every time I speak, the anger and just the devastation of that day is something I relive, and it makes me angry.
Now, these executive orders basically contain about a dozen different requirements, Bill, including aggressive interior enforcement. That means worksite enforcement, probably a mandatory e-verify situation for employers, and a bill was introduced on that just yesterday.
Wow, William, thank you. Watching that back from the border. Thank you, William.
Got it. But just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
Okay, all the people of the universe were once free to travel and mingle and build whatever they wanted. But President Business was confused by all the chaos, so he erected walls between the worlds and became obsessed with order and perfection.
Thank you. What's it like serving at Donald Trump's beck and call?
Anthony, you were Donald Trump's butler for quite a long time. How many years did you work for him?
Almost 20, I guess.
According to the butler, Trump is a man of many moods. There's the kind Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is one of the nicest, most generous men that I've ever known in my life.
And then there's another Donald Trump who could lose his cool at any moment.
He'll go off. He'll scream at you.
But President Business was confused by all the chaos, so he erected walls between the worlds and became obsessed with order and perfection.
You stand in the corner just seething. He's already forgotten it.
And what are the things that really get on his nerves?
People being late. He hates anyone to be late. He figures if he can get there on time, everybody can get there on time.
And when you do arrive, you better be dressed to the nines. Senecal says Trump doesn't tolerate sloppiness in others or himself.
His suit had to be pristine. And one time I took it down and they like wetted it so that the lapels were all forward. And he flipped out, just flipped out.
When it comes to great steaks, I've just raised the stakes.
The butler says Trump is a picky eater. He likes his steaks and his burgers, and he likes them well done.
That was pretty much, Tony, bring me a cheeseburger. And it was, and don't forget the ketchup. If it's vegetables, he doesn't want to see them. So that's pretty much it. He's a red-blooded, meat-eating American, you know.
So we went to see the Donald's former butler to get a real glimpse of the man.
Well, hello.
How are you? Anthony Senecal worked for him for over a quarter of a century, loves his former boss, and now works in Palm Beach's premier antiques shop.
Does the Donald come in here to buy furniture?
He does.
He does?
He does.
This is very much his taste?
Yes. Usually mirrors. And
he likes mirrors.
He loves mirrors. He's got 15
That doesn't
clubs.
surprise me entirely, I have to say.
Oh, really?
Okay, all the people of the universe were once free to travel and mingle and build whatever they wanted. But President Business was confused by all the chaos, so he erected walls between the worlds and became obsessed with order and perfection. election.
We've seen dozens of parents pull up to the school and walk out with their child. Speaking with some of them who declined to go on camera, they say their child is sick, likely because of the fears and threats from that video. But we caught up with one grandmother pulling one of 3 grandkids from school. Take a listen.
It's a black eye to the district, to the community, to the country.
Marlene Berra is talking about this video posted to social media. The video now going viral. The number of shares now more than 36,000 and growing. Viewed now more than 1 million times.
We have to teach our children. This is an election. This man won the election. We have to accept that and move on.
Just listen. In the video, the kids are chanting, "Build that wall," inside the lunchroom at Royal Oak Middle School. That slogan, synonymous with Donald Trump's campaign. I asked the superintendent about the video going viral.
It is disheartening. I wish there was a way to create space for students and for schools. But we also understand we live in a hyper-connected world, and when these incidents happen, there's going to be a lot of attention.
Parents who get on Facebook and threaten to shoot up a school, that is frightening. These children shouldn't have to pay the price. We don't have to accept some of those beliefs. We don't have to teach our children that it's okay to make other kids feel unsafe.
Now, Superintendent Sean Lewis Lakin says the work to recover and heal from the harsh words starts in the classroom and turning this into a teachable moment.
We want to make sure that when students make mistakes, there's a restorative justice process, and that students are able to learn and grow from those mistakes.
It's hard to come here and get your grandson.
Very hard. And I have 2 more here. I'd like to pull them out, but I don't know how their mothers would feel.
In Royal Oak, I'm Nima Shafee, 7 Action News.
And he stole a mysterious secret super weapon called the Kraken! And he hired Bad Cop to hunt down all the master builders who were always changing everything. Those of us who remained, well, we went in hiding, built the tunnels to survive. And we searched for the piece of resistance, the only thing that can stop the Kraggle.
Kraggle? I know that. It might have been that cop, but he said something about the Kraggle. President Business was going to use the Kraggle to end the world in 3 days. Yeah, I can't make any sense of it.
Taco Tuesday! I knew that was suspicious. There's no time to lose. We must find Vitruvius and get to the office tower before it's too late.
Okay. How scary can someone's office be?
President Business, we're trying to locate the fugitive, but his face is so generic it matches every other face in our database.
Diabolical. Okay, have Bad Cop meet me in my office in 23 seconds. Ciao.
Coffee sales are through the roof, sir.
Glad to hear it. Let's rebuild that roof to be even higher.
The roof team is on it. Sir, can you approve this poster for Taco Tuesday?
Perfect. Woo! Love everyone in this room.
We love you, sir.
Hey guys, great job on the radio station.
Thank you, sir. We love listening to this song over and over again.
Keep it up, guys. Honey, where are my pants? Hilarious. That never gets old. It does not.
Bad Cop is waiting for you in your office.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Would you cancel my 2 o'clock? This next meeting could run a little bit deadly.
Active elements. Light sequence. Frame test. Engage dramatic entrance.
Bad Cop.
Report business. I know the special got away,
But don't be so serious.
Happy New Year to all, including to my many enemies. You really should loosen up, dear. Have a laugh now and then. There's a teeny little bit of me in you too, Bats. superior to all, including to my many enemies, and those who have fought me and lost so badly, they just don't know what to do. Love.
May very well be the bullet. Nothing gets people's ire up like martyrdom. What would his martyrs be able to be used to accomplish in this time of division and decision in America? What would his followers be able to accomplish, quote unquote, if they were charged up with the belief that their man was martyred? Interesting. And then again, the Brotherhood likes political assassination just as much. Case in point, Kwame Kilpatrick. And of course, you know my motto, all of them witches. I ain't saying he no saint. However, he did have the interest of people who were from where he was from in mind. Many of the decisions that he made was obvious. And it's also obvious when someone who is not from where you are from governs your area. You see the same difference. You can tell just as good that it does make a difference. While downtown Detroit is thriving and the area that is now commonly known as Midtown is also prosperous, the neighborhoods are continuing to suffer the same crime and violence and neglect. So yeah, they want us to feel that the only solution is to hit a reset button. You've been seeing the underdogs winning and comebacks. Trump was the underdog. You saw the comeback of the Patriots. That is played out in front of you to give you a sense that you are somehow winning because your man or your representative team is winning. And so, although you may be actually losing more than you've ever bargained for in your actual life, you can look at the screen and you can look at your heroes and live vicariously through them while they continue to take more and more. And as the end of Black History Month, the shortest month of the year, draws near, so does the end of Flint residents' vouchers, as the lies keep on coming, and in spite of public outcry and celebrity publicity, for over 2 years now we hear Michigan Governor Schneider say that the system levels of lead are no longer dangerous. So the vouchers will be cut off at the end of this month. And Mayor Flint says that she and others were promised that it would be at least until June. And of course, this news is coming to the dismay of Flint residents. And all of this despite the increased evidence that it's not just Flint's. Poor folks are still struggling for basic rights, human rights, the right to clean water. This ain't Africa. Can you believe this could possibly be an organic issue in modern day America? Do you think something like this could just happen willy-nilly? Wouldn't something like this have to be planned with all of the oversight and regulation and micromanagement that goes on at your job? How could this just happen? And if you can't believe that it's just organic, you're not alone. Some have theorized that genocide could be easily committed against the people if you take the water supply. Those aware of the dangers of fluoride and mass worldwide genocide of human beings have already done more than consider this, as heinous as it sounds. Some have had long-held views that this is no coincidence. It is by and large poor, urban people who are affected by this more recently revealed form of poisoning. A mass community of people of one color or one economic background.
What compound? What kind of damn compound? Feather. He did it all. Him and the doctor. Did he? Tell us, man. Who is the doctor? Who's Feather? They are gonna kill every one of you. Black, brown, tan. No, that's your life. No way they can do that. They can't. PATRIOT on the way. He's smart. It's test tube stuff. He's got the brains and Feather's got the money. They're going to do it now, and it doesn't matter what you do to me, because they are going to get you all. You say clear, man, and you say here. Washington, LA, and Detroit. Just you wait and see. It's going to be like flies. They're going to drop just like flies. By the millions. Only the niggers. I couldn't hurt nothing. The niggers. He's flipped out, man. He's flipped out. You think I'm crazy? Then you wait. It's gonna happen sooner than you think, and there's nothing you can do about it. They are gonna be dead by the millions.
I got some information, man, about what this bullshit's all about. Yeah, man, but, how's Wendy?
Well, she's fine, man, as far as we understand.
That's good.
Something they still got her. Hey, but the cat did tell us something about, Washington, LA, Detroit. Something about some stuff in somewhere, man, but we had to charm him to death to get it out of him. Permanently.
Yeah, that's not a hell of a lot to go on, man. That's kind of light on details, you know. Yeah, but we do have some facts. Because wherever house was at, that guy was at the same place. Because they're telling the same story.
Yeah, this guy Feather was bankrolling this organization with the Dr.
PATRIOT.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a heavy number those dudes are up to, man. Well, you want to just stand around here and wait and see if they can pull it off?
It looks like it all comes out even, don't it?
Yeah, that's right, brother. 3 the hard way. 3 cities and 3 of us.
Tonight's one time we don't want to be late. What time is supposed to be for the guys? 8 sharp. I'll tell you, Frank, I don't give a damn what the doctor said. You ain't gonna find me drinking none of this water in LA after we get through. What are you worried about? That's not really like Saturday. Unless you got a black skeleton running around your closet somewhere.
Jimmy? Yeah, little brother, I'm all right. No, Jack, it's definitely going to be the water supply. He already talked to Keys in Washington, and he's moving.
So am I, brother. So am I.
Genocide. There are people who wouldn't understand. Genocide, the method of systematic extermination of a people. Think of the historical precedent. Oh, I fully understand your author's pride. But from a practical point of view, this little mixture of mine is as lethal as cyanide. And as selective as a lady buying perfume. You'll just work on the black folks. Leave the rest of us alone? You better be damn sure. Just like sickle cell anemia, Mr. Feather. Endemic sickle cell anemia will not affect people of the Caucasian race. You have my personal guarantee. How fast fast does this stuff work? 72 hours at the most. Took God 7 days to create the world. We can cleanse it in just 3. Huh?
Gentlemen, countrymen, brothers, today is our glorious day. The moment that we have waited for, worked for, has come. Even as we stand here together, victory is ours. Not for ourselves, but for our posterity. The achievements of Los Angeles, Washington, and Detroit will soon be known to history. They cannot stop us. We have begun to march. No power on earth can stop us now.
While the country was upset about Cam Newton being upset and Beyonce going over the capacity of black people on a television screen, Governor Snyder has yet to answer why his city has got dirty water in it. Governor Snyder isn't set to face any jail time, neither will anybody else, because Beyonce's racist.
There ain't nothing wrong with this water. You silver spoon ass people never had a little dirt in your water?
Shit! All you gotta do is put it on the stove, boil it for a little, and it's gonna be clean water. You can tell when niggas ain't never struggled.
Wouldn't the water just evaporate?
Look, if it make you feel better, I'll drink the damn water, just to show you that it's okay.
Okay.
You want me to drink it right now? Like right now? I just had lunch and I'm kind of full.
Well, wash it down, bitch.
Can I get a lemon and another glass? This glass is kind of dirty. We'll be back to Governor Snyder after this new story. Unreleased footage of hip-hop dancing Cam Newton.
Say, Weezy, you finna clean your room, bitch? Nah, not yet. I told you to clean this room 2 hours ago. You been watching that damn TV? I just trying to catch up with the rest of the world. Fuck the world. The only thing going on is racism, religion, more division between humans. But we rich. We got money to help us forget about all that. But what if the money ain't enough? What if the only thing that can help is me helping by using my voice? Like that Kanye West bitch? You see me suffering. I put my heart and soul into this fashion. You see me suffering for air, and you won't let me breathe? You can't give me french fries for free? I'm worth more than damn french fries. You can see me suffering. Nigga, you forgot you God. You could create your own damn fries. You up in Hollywood fucking the Kardashians and shit, making bullshit clothes and shoes. You supposed to be God, but you crying over french fries. If you God, the nigga strike me down with your bitch ass. Oh, I'm gonna strike you down, all right. Go get your manager. I don't want to be like Kanye West. I just want to do something right. Like Bob Marley, Tupac, and Michael Jackson. They all dead. That's what you want to be, playboy? You scared of death. Fucking right, bitch. I'm scared as fuck. I shit my drawers in my sleep every night thinking about death. All that spread the love shit, that's what gets you killed. So keep talking all that racist, power to the people, civil rights bullshit, and you gonna be dead too. Well, you get killed for talking gangster shit, but that don't stop you from doing that. You better clean this room up.
As it was in the beginning, in the days of Noah, it is today. The adversary used the same old way, the same old gangster two-step, always creating division, indecision, as he did with the first family, and as always, directing his anger at the Father's creations, his original creation, made in his image and likeness, the family. One reason for the division, the adversary always knows he should go to it, is because, as they say, brotherhoods that are his agents and follow him, as above, so below. So some of them, the Brotherhooders have decided what side they're on. I decided. Others are in a period of indecision and voicing it. See, Charles Oakley appearing to say things against the owners. Theo saying things against the owners. Some of them is tired of it. Some of them is still inspired of it and trying to keep their position. Remember, there's only so many seats. There's so many devilish tales. So then you'll have Deion Sanders, who also, he wore the dress in the lip sync battle thing with LL Cool J. And he went against Justin Bieber, who did Ozzy Osbourne that day. Yeah, but now, he's also become the most, I guess, once credible, or at least visible celebrity to stand up and defend the character of Bishop Eddie Long. Eddie wrong. And he wrong. As you watch this game play along, you're gonna see not just the pawns and the queens and kings on the chessboard get sacrificed, but many a bishop, lots of knights. Among the Brotherhooders, there are still others who have become totally disillusioned, perhaps mechanic. See that the world of fame is not all of us cracked up to be. God is making them decide, as well as you and I, which side gonna be on. And although the Brotherhooders may say as above, so below, what we're witnessing is the war in the heavens being translated down here in the physical realm. Because thy will be done, Father, on earth as it is in heaven. First. Ain't no.
Sir, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump. It's the Donald! Oh my God!
Hey, Donald.
Told me you were here. You look great.
Mwah. Thank you very much. Donald owns this restaurant.
Oh.
This is my friend Mike McNeil.
Hey, listen. Are you bagging her?
Huh?
Are you?
No, we just met.
Well, call me, Liz.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Okay, boys, it's time to get serious. So let me tell you that all the money that I win from you tonight is the first income I've gotten that's not been garnished by the Bank of Margot.
I hope you have a good lawyer.
Hey, Donald, listen, it's 50 cents to open. Okay, here's a news flash. You're rich, all right?
And I didn't get rich by throwing away quarters. All right, okay.
Samantha, a cosmopolitan, and Donald Trump. You just don't get more New York than that.
Look at this right here on the street. It's Donald Trump.
What are you, morons?
Wade.
Trump.
I hear Kelson finally dumped you.
Not exactly, no. We just came to a mutual understanding that she couldn't bear me for another second.
Mike?
Sir?
Randall?
Donald.
Mr. Trump here wrote The Art of the Deal. Then he wrote a new bestseller, The Art of the Comeback.
2 books. Wow.
Donald Trump, I'd like you to meet... Oh, what am I talking about? All you handsome zillionaires know each other.
Donald! Maxwell Sheffield, how do you do?
Cuddy is going to crash and burn and take his clients with him. Excuse me. I'm here with Donald Trump, for God's sake. How long is it going to be?
I have checks sitting on 2 tables. Ah, Miss Ayers, how nice to see you. I have Mr. Cuddy's usual table.
Cuddy?
Sorry, Frank, but I'm gonna go crash and burn with Cuddy. Call me.
Hi, Dad, it's me. You're gonna be so proud of me. I'm gonna win this race.
Waldo, You're the best son money can buy.
Thanks, Dad.
Look, without Derek Zoolander, male modeling wouldn't be what it is today.
Actually, hiring Eddie was my idea from the beginning.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
The Donald is here, live on Monday Night Raw. Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Donald Trump! Donald Trump taking down Vince McMahon! Oh, my God! The hostile takeover of Donald Trump on Vince McMahon has happened at WrestleMania 23. I didn't think he would do it!
Okay, kids, make it fast. I've got a plane to catch.
We've created a magazine. Mr. Trump, we give you Scabby.
Still, Donald strives to be just a little bigger than everyone else.
If you lost your fortune today, what would you do tomorrow?
Maybe I'd run for president. I don't know.
Would you like to be the president of the United States?
I really don't believe I would run it. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life, and I also see it as somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular. Wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
Donald Trump on Vince McMahon has happened at WrestleMania 23. I didn't think he would do it!
Okay, kids, make it fast. I've got a plane to catch.
We've created a magazine. Mr. Trump, we give you Scabby.